girl, Mr. and Mrs. Sheyi. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, and then of course, Mr. Inefa George, Chairman Civil Society Organization.
Good morning, Rivers people.
It's afternoon, by the way.
Oh, good afternoon.
It's afternoon. It's afternoon already. All right. So, without further ado, let us begin. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, would I ask the mother or the father? You know how they say some mothers who are home will be the first to tell. But then I'll ask the both of them. When exactly was your daughter discovered missing?
Thank you, my sister. It was happened last year on the 7th. Tomorrow is make it 1 year now. I was inside the city room watching TV with them. So suddenly I enter inside my room to go and eat myself. For to my surprise, before I will come back, she and her friend, which will be my neighbor's daughter that sitting down in the parlor, I don't see two of them again. So I asked the junior brother that is in the parlor, where is your sister? He said, she's outside. So immediately I run go outside. I call her sister, call your sister for me. Let's come and wash clothes. She, you know, see her, maybe it's outside. That's how we started looking for her up and down. Go my neighbor, go around to the girls, the mother's apartment. You find that nobody is there. So I run outside. I know that my daughter no used to go any friend's house, but immediately I shouted in the street, "Who see my daughter? Who see my daughter?" Some neighborhood friends say they saw them in the front of gate, never reached like 30 minutes. I say, see, they saw her and her friends standing there. So from there we started looking for her. That's how the whole street come scatter, come looking for her up and down. I started shouting. So to my surprise, after like 1 hour that we are running up and down, because I don't send that message. If I send that message, maybe I have run go main road. I can't see her friend jumping from the road. Hola, where is your friend? He say, we are outside here. Before I just saw her following one man. I'm calling her. She she's okay. She said, "I follow me." If you follow me, I say, who is the person? Say, I don't know the person. But where they are going, the person say that they want to go and supply, that he should follow her, that they want to go and supply bread. So I was, which kind bread? But you know that I'm inside. Why don't you come inside immediately to come and call me that, "Mommy, see what is going on." That's where we started looking for my daughter. Since that day. And tomorrow we make it 1 year.
All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Sheyi. Mr. Sheyi, as the man of the house, you got back home that day, I believe, and maybe your wife opened up to you about the whereabouts of your daughter. What was the first step you took?
Thank you, Madam Didi, and it's quite unfortunate that the story comes to be like this. It was around 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. when my wife called me that they didn't see favor. I was like, you didn't see favor? How manage? What happened? What? Like play. I was told that they've gone to, they took her in a keke towards Akpajo Junction and all the rest. Immediately I left my office and I moved down to Akpajo Junction and got in there.
Sorry, who told you she was in the keke at Akpajo? Where, first of all, which area do you guys reside?
We reside at Elelewan.
Elelewan, okay. So how did the news that she was in the keke at Akpajo come up?
Yes, my wife said the friend told the friend who happened to be God's Grace Godfrey and that she left the two of them in my sitting room watching TV. And that it was
the friend that said
the friend that now said that they put my daughter in a keke and the keke moved down towards Akpajo route.
This is different from what she told your wife, that someone took her to go and supply bread.
which is quite story complicated all over.
So she told you they took her to buy bread. At what point did she tell you that she was on a keke going to Akpajo?
And she said when they got to the main road.
The main road, okay.
The main road, opposite RSTV precisely. That was where the guy, not that it was even a moving keke, that they were there and the person called a keke rider to come. And the keke rider came to meet them there and then I put my daughter in the keke. That was the story she gave us.
Was it in the compound she gave that story or was it somewhere else?
We were at the junction, Akpajo Junction. I met them, my wife and other neighbors, street has gathered, everybody, loved ones and all the rest. I met them at the Akpajo Junction and I started asking her the question there, and that was where she was now telling me that they got to Promise Plaza directly opposite RSTV and that was where the person put my daughter in keke and they took her away.
Okay, so you went to the Akpajo, continue from there.
Yes. Getting to Akpajo, I haven't checked all the keke all over there. I didn't see my daughter favor in the keke. So I it was like someone was just dreaming, but my brain was just moving zigzag and all the rest. My daughter, what happened? How does it? And so when I now listened to, that was where I calmed down to listening to her because she was the last person that was seen last with my daughter.
Okay.
So on this note, I have to interrogate her. And upon this, that was where I was able to get all those, where did you people pass? The person in question, they said my daughter was following a man, and the man they were following, the man was at their front, my daughter was behind, and she was like asking my daughter, favor, do you know this man you are following? And that she was at the back of my daughter, saying, favor, do you know? I said, from where did you start saying it? She said, from the gate. And you said, from the gate to the main road, express. And of which the distance they cover from the house to the express is a very longer distance. So now, the question is, the environment is a very busy environment. So if you have suspected anything and your friend was following somebody you don't know, you should raise alarm.
Okay.
But on this note, when there was no alarm raised, and you on your own, you follow them to the main road. Even on their way going, according to after when we start making further investigation, our own elder brother saw the two of them as they were going to the main road. Our elder brother called her, God's grace, where are you going to? She shunned her elder brother. So which the matter became so, complicated and all the rest.
So let me understand something. How old is this your neighbor's daughter?
According to her parents, they said she's 11 years.
11 years. So your daughter is older than she is.
My daughter is older than her, but she's taller than my daughter.
Okay. All right. So Akpajo tricycle left the area, went with someone, brother beckoned on her, and she shunned the brother. After that, what next? Did you go to the police? Did you call any other person? What exactly did you do next?
Thank you, my sister. I think this is a very interesting question. Nigerian police, number one, we all know they are saddled with this particular responsibility. Security, issue of kidnapping, issue of whatever. It is the responsibility of Nigerian police.
Protecting lives and properties.
Yeah, protecting lives and property. Thank you, my sister. And that was why immediately it happens, I made a call and I was told, a law that is 24 hours before you can make an entry. Okay. I waited for the next day. I went to LL1 division. I made an entry there. Waiting for 2-3 days, I didn't get any report. In fact, in less than 48 hours, I haven't made that entry. A number called. Called my wife's line, not even my line, and claiming that favor was with him.
Okay. When you went to the station, did you put your wife's number or your number?
No.
Beyond the people in your neighborhood, did any other person, the people in your neighborhood as well as the Nigerian Police Force, Elele-1 Division, did any other person know about your missing daughter?
The street already,
I already established that your street and the police, no other person.
No other person.
Okay, so the call that was made to your wife, what was the conversation about?
The call made to my wife. I already left the house that particular morning. My wife now called me that somebody called. He said we should come to Eleme Junction by flyover to collect favor. So immediately I left where I was. I drove down immediately. I carried on our way going before we get to Oyimi. The person called back and was now asking my wife, how much are you coming with? And my wife said, initially you didn't, because she put it on loudspeaker, I was hearing. So my wife said, initially you didn't tell us that we should bring money, that she left the house the way she was. He now demanded for 1.5 million naira. So my wife now burst into crying, was like, we are poor people, we don't have money. Please, with the crime on his own. He dropped down the money to 200,000 naira, that there were two, and so that they can be able to share the money 100,000 naira. So we were actually thinking, thank God though. I said, okay, let's go. What do we do? So on the process of me thinking, my wife was also still crying. So as he heard my wife still crying, he said, okay, go and bring 100,000 naira. So on that note, we asked him, how do we give you the money? He said, he will send us an account details, UBA, and he sent it to us. So on this note, we made the transfer of the 100,000 naira into the account.
What was the name on the account?
The name on the account.
You still have the details?
Yeah, I have the details.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on with that information. So you made the transfer. Proceed.
Yes. So having made the payment, as they confirmed the payment, the receipt of the payment, they demanded for another 100,000 naira. And my wife now crying that, Oga, you promised that I will pay this 100,000 naira. The next voice you will hear will be Favor's voice, and you tell us. We now say, okay, give our daughter the phone. Let us still hear the money. Then he will release our daughter. On that note, we stop further negotiation. So 2 days later, which happened to be, incident happened on the 7th, a call on the 9th in the very early in the morning, and on the 11th, which is Sunday, he equally said, okay, that they are tired of the girl now. In fact, that she used to sing one particular song, and that song is disturbing them. Now they want to bring her, but they need transport to bring her, that we should send 20,000 naira to them. So on that note, we discussed with one or two persons. They say, okay, send them 15,000 naira. And we send them 15,000 naira. Haven't confirmed the 15,000 naira. They now say, okay, we should go and bring 2.5 million naira. That was where the on this note, I have to move down to anti-kidnapping unit at Mini Okoro.
So what happened when you went to anti-kidnapping?
Getting to anti-kidnapping unit at Mini Okoro, they came to, of course, they asked me for normal their mobilization and all the rest, which I paid them. And they came to the house. They pick up the girl, the parents. When we got to anti-kidnapping unit, anti-kidnapping said the girl is a minor, that they cannot detain her and they cannot charge her to court. On that note, the information, the account details, the number that called, I presented it to anti-kidnapping unit. Waiting for their response. The only thing I will just be hearing is the SO will be calling me, SO Elijah. Will now be calling me that, am I still communicating with the people? Am I still communicating with you? And what extent effort have you people made? They said they have tracked the number and it's showing Enugu Correctional Center.
All right, hold on. Mr. Shea, permit me to ask, why did you not feel the need to contact the police before negotiating with the people that claimed they were with your daughter?
When things happen like this, number one, you are anxious to see your daughter. And as a matter of fact, you even have that feeling that the Nigerian police that we have these days, they are no longer the Nigerian police that we used to have back in the days.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Shea. I'll come back to you. You stopped at Enugu, so we'll come back to Enugu. NFR Judge, with your civil society organization, you heard what he just said about what they feel about the Nigerian police then. Do you think his actions in any way have had a hand in how everything has played out so far? Do you feel that a lot of things would have happened differently if he had contacted the police upon them making contact with them first before going ahead to negotiate with them.
I don't think he has done anything wrong, and if his actions had compromised the case, this is because even if I were in his shoes,
You would have done so.
possibly would have acted in same manner. For us, we are more interested in actions that the police have taken so far. In fact, his action is even supposed to give the police lead into apprehending whoever that is involved, because they gave him an account and he paid money to an account. It means that whoever owns that account actually know where the daughter is. And we are surprised that up till now, in fact, he had told, when he came to us, he had done a lot of things. We asked him, have you contacted the police? He said yes. Have you written to the police? He said yes. He told us story of how police officers had even waylaid him, lied to him that they are DSS detective and collected money from him. That matter is still there. How the police have been collecting money from him for investigative purposes, because this matter was later, after he had gone to Ileliwan police station, he later went to anti-kidnapping. They have been dribbling him until finally he got to the commissioner of police. I think during Ebuka, right? Disu, yes. Under Disu, and how the matter was assigned to SOIT, Special Operation Intelligence Unit, and how there and then he has been paying money. But at the end of the day, they went to Enugu to trace. When they traced that particular number, they were able to narrow that number down to someone who is in prison in Enugu, meaning that the man was in Enugu, but have his cells across Port Harcourt and its environs and neighboring states, and where he carries out kidnapping.
Allegedly.
No, as in the phone number.
The police told you this in authority?
Yes, it's not
I went with them.
You went with them to Enugu?
I went with them to Enugu. I saw the guy. In question. It doesn't look like a prisoner, my sister. You can imagine somebody in the prison using phone, doing video calls steady. Not once,
in fact,
twice.
the police had confessed. He told me, and the police confirmed that the police did a video call with him while he was in prison, unknown to him, because they held a wife. Who?
The prisoner's wife. Now, the number, hold on, let's clear the air.
Yeah.
The number that contacted you.
Yes.
What the name, did it tally with the person in the said prison, the account that the money was paid to?
No.
Or was it a different account number? I want us to arrive at something.
The number that contacted
has a different name.
The
account number you paid to.
The account number I paid to has a different name. The phone number that was used to register the account, that was used to open the account, was equally tracked down to the same person in Enugu. In fact, that same phone number that received the alert of my payment, it was that same phone number he used in communicating with his wife, where we finally got his wife as soft target.
So you held on to the wife in order to get to the husband.
Yes.
Wow.
So it means that while in prison, he has his cells that he's using to operate. Now, our worry is what is stopping. A lot of things happen in prisons. Usually warders, prison warders, or correctional warders, as they call them these days, want to protect their integrity and what have you. So there was some issues. But we had expected the police, with the level of information in their hand, to escalate the matter and make sure that the person involved, we expect the police to even issue a statement by now, nothing. We expected the police to engage with possibly the controller of corrections or controller of prisons, in order to force the Enugu center to produce the man. All of that have not been done till now. Now, what is even the worst, and why are we angry as civil society? When we got all the information from her, I contacted the police PRO. She said, that this particular matter, she has got wind of it, that journalists have reached her. And I said, okay, so what are we doing? She was just in the usual drama, so I was angry. So we arranged with the family of Favor, the kidnapped girl, and we stormed the police headquarters in protest. So during the protest, the CP was not around, because we demanded to see the CP and his deputy, one of his deputies, DC operations, now came to plead with us to see how we can give them more time. But look at the point. From that time, over a month plus ago, till today,
27th of May,
the matter was moved from SOIT to State CID.
What is SOIT?
SOIT is Special Operations Intelligence Team.
Okay. My one deal.
Their facilities. Their facilities in my one.
Okay.
From that time till today, a month plus, do you know that the police is still saying that merely to get records from anti-kidnapping, Elelewo and SOIT, that the officers are refusing, that they are delaying in giving them record. As in, I'm not talking about going to Enugu, doing investigation, getting the wife of the kidnapper that the police, mind you, released and claimed that she's a soft target or they cannot keep her, blah, 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 and they couldn't get her. Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just to get record from their own, their sister units that are under them. Of course, the state CID is like the Commissioner of Police's investigative platform. They cannot get ordinary record. They are still telling the family, they are yet to attend to us. 1 month plus. So we are calling out the police, and of course we'll be marching to the police headquarters to get explanations tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Enefa George Will. A lot has been said. You know, in the midst of all of this, we are being careful not to seem like we're telling the police how to do their job. However, listening to this, I'm sure the listener is wondering why this is taking so long. And the reason why we are even having this conversation in the first place is because tomorrow makes it exactly 1 year, going by the time she was discovered missing and then she was reported missing, and how we expected things would have been done differently. What specific role is civil society organization playing in this matter? Quickly.
Yeah, for us it's just pure advocacy and to make sure that the police works. And that is why we are going back to the Commissioner of Police tomorrow in Pluto. We'll be going to the police headquarters tomorrow and demand that the Commissioner of Police explain to us why his men are finding it difficult to get favor when we have more than enough evidence in this matter. So we'll be there tomorrow. All
right, thank you so much, Enefa George Will. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number 0809-030-6416. You have maybe a word of encouragement for the parents of Favor, Mr. and Mrs. Sheyi, on this said matter. Please feel free to share your thoughts. Remember, this is not in a bid to teach our law enforcement agents how to do their jobs. They've already highlighted the steps they've made so far, and then so many back and forth they've had to experience. Beyond the protests you guys are planning to stage, what other thing do you think, or what else are you expecting to be done to fast track your daughter's return home safe and sound? But before you answer that question, Mrs. Shea, do you believe your daughter is still very much alive?
Yes.
What about you, Mr. Shea?
I very well believe. I have to believe she's alive. Nothing to her. They traffic her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear from this caller. Nigerian for good afternoon to you and welcome.
Yes, my name is Bright.
All right, Bright. How can we help you?
I want to tell you about this thing. My brother, since he goes out, I'm not even seeing him again. He goes to fish something, I don't saw him again.
All right, thank you, Bright. Parents, check on your children. Just be sure that you did not leave your phones with your children and they're not, making prank calls on radio. We'll go on a break, and when we come back, conversation continues.
To Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this. Protect